Bienvenidos a la novena clase de este curso de inglés pre-avanzado completamente gratis. I upload a new video every Monday and Thursday, so make sure you subscribe to my channel to receive notifications. And of course, you can join the Facebook group to download my resources, including this presentation. Today we're going to learn about three things. The first is indirect questions. The second is when to include an article and when not to use an article. And the third is to look at the structure of have or get something done. Let's begin. So indirect questions, what do I mean by that? So there are some polite ways to ask questions, okay? More polite than just standard questions like what do you or where are you? So here we go. Instead of what's the time, you can say something like, do you mind telling me what the time is? The structural differences between the two. Again, what is the time? What the time is. You can tell the order is different, right? So a standard question looks like this. Question word, a verb, and a subject. But this kind of question is the statement question, okay? The question word, and then we have an affirmative sentence, okay? So it ends in an affirmative clause. So you can see here, look, do you mind telling me or showing me what this is? Okay, for example. Let's see. Could I ask you when you will be finished? So say, for example, I'm in the gym and I am waiting for a piece of equipment and somebody is using it and using it and using it. And I want to ask them when they will be finished, but I want to ask in a polite way, then I will say, could I ask you when you will be finished? Or could you tell me? Or I'd like to know, or I was wondering, or might I? Any of these, okay? When you will be finished. Or for example, do you happen to know where she is? Do you happen to know where she is? Or I would like to know if you could help me. So you can see that the sentence becomes an affirmative clause, not a question. So she is, as opposed to is she. Like, where is she is a direct question. Where she is actually a clause. So, do you happen to know where she is a question, but you can see that the end of the question becomes like an affirmative sentence, okay? We also have sentences like this. I would like to know if or whether. Me gustaría saber si tú podrías ayudarme, right? I would like to know if you could help me. Except indirect questions that have if or whether, they don't have a question mark, okay? So I've deleted it there. I'd like to know if you could help me. So these ones with if and whether, we don't have a question mark. The rest of them we do. Let's try some exercises. Go to point number 1 in the description to do the activities. Okay, so this is indirect questions exercise 1 from my favorite grammar page. Change the direct questions into indirect questions using can you tell me? So that's just one structure, okay, but we're going to use it a lot of times. Remember, we have to change the order, the sequence of the question, okay? Where does she play tennis? Can you tell me where she plays tennis? Question mark. Let's check it. Awesome. Does he live in Paris? So this is a yes/no question. So can you tell me if he lives in Paris? Let's check it. Awesome. Is she hungry? Again, yes/no. Can you tell me if she is hungry? Let's check it. Awesome. Exercise 2 is the same page. Change the direct questions into indirect questions using do you know, okay? Did she go out last night? That's a yes/no question. So the do you know if she went out last night? Did she go out is a question. Affirmative is she went out, right? So let's check it. Good. Where did she meet her brother? Do you know where she met her brother? Question mark. Awesome. How was the film? Do you know how the film was? Check it. Awesome. Finished activities, and I will see you in a moment. I hope that went well. Let's continue. So it's really useful to have this kind of table in your mind and to be thinking about different ways to ask indirect questions. Maybe you don't need to know all of these, but you can definitely use one or two or three and remember them, right? So let's move on to articles or no articles. This is a big problem for people who speak Spanish and try to learn English. So here's a little quiz, una pruebita for you, okay? So are we using the or nothing? All right. This is man who I was talking about would be the. I think women are more sensible than men. There's nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a few minutes to stop the video and to do this activity. Is it the or nothing? Here are the answers, okay? 3, 2, 1. This is the 6th day of our holidays. We prefer going by ferry. I never watch television in the afternoon. I went to London and saw the National Gallery. She often goes riding on Saturdays. Coffee is a popular drink in Spain. I am listening to a program on the radio and I don't take sugar in my coffee, thanks. And vegetables are good for your health. So in some of these cases, we might use some or any in a different context. Like, for example, I could say, some vegetables are good for your health, but others are not, right? Okay, I'm going to try and give you 6 situations where in English there is no article, okay? It's important for you to learn this. Number 1, to talk about things in general. Milk is good for you, okay? Love is hard. In Spanish you would say, la leche es bueno para el organismo, or el amor es difícil. La and el, right? In English, because we're talking about things in general, we don't use la or el. Do you like pasta? ¿Te gusta la pasta? No. Do you like pasta? Some places, okay? For example, I'm going to school. Voy a la escuela. En inglés solo sería voy a escuela. I'm going to work. Voy al trabajo. En inglés solo sería voy a trabajo. But interestingly, somewhere like the gym or the library, we do use the, okay? But just remember, for school and for work, we don't use them. Number 3, for sports and games, okay? I love American football. Me encanta el fútbol americano. En español sería el fútbol americano. For before country names, okay? For example, Japan or India. I heard a lot of people in Mexico, for example, refer to it as La India. Obviously, the exception is el Reino Unido si tiene the en el nombre. Y los Estados Unidos también, the USA, ahí sí está bien. Pero en el Japón or la India, no, you would just say Japan, India. Languages. English and Spanish. So, for example, you might say, me encanta el inglés, o estoy aprendiendo el español. Bueno, en inglés solo dirías, I like English, I'm learning Spanish. And finally, before meals. This is a big one as well. Let's prepare dinner. Vamos a preparar cena. Okay? No, vamos a preparar la cena in inglés. But these 6 things are not rules, no son reglas. Porque en ciertos contextos, todas estas palabras sí podrían ocupar un the. Okay? For example, si estoy hablando de una pasta específica, ¿te gustó la pasta que te preparé? Sí, en inglés sería, did you like the pasta I made for you? Estamos pasando por una escuela específica y yo te pregunto, ¿esa es la escuela que fue tu mamá? Is that the school specifically? I mean, you see, so it depends on the context. Modern NFL isn't like the American football I played, okay? el NFL moderno no es como el fútbol americano que yo jugué. That's a specific type of football. Then I would say, yeah, the American football. Let's try some more exercises. Go to point number 2 in the description to open the activity. So this is the first activity. We just have to select the or nothing. Okay, so do you like beer? ¿Te gusta la cerveza? En inglés solo sería nothing. Do you like beer? Okay, let's check it. Awesome. I need help. Necesito ayuda. Bueno, creo que en inglés y en español también, ¿no? I need help. Okay. And this is the second page. So the radio is always going to be the radio. I like listening to the radio. Okay. She is reading Italian at university, or she's reading Italian at the university. Actually, either one could be okay, but we're talking about what she's studying at uni. So uni here is like an educational level. It's a general thing. We're not specifically talking about going to the university or visiting the university, a specific university. We're just talking about what she is studying at university level. So I'm going to just choose university. Whereas the difference is here, I will take you to, I'm talking about one specific airport, okay? And we're going to that physical place. So I'm going to say the airport, okay? Finished activity, and I will see you in a moment. I hope that went well. Let's continue. So that quick review on articles and no articles is probably more basic than pre-advanced level, but I think it's important to refresh sometimes. The final thing I want to look at is have and get something done. So have and get, we've already seen make and let in the previous classes. Remember, they were causatives. My mom made me clean my room and won't let me go out until it's finished. Remember that? So we put the object, then the infinitive verb without to, okay? So made me clean, not made me to clean. Let me go out, not let me to go out. So these are called causatives because the subject is causing someone else to do something or not. So your mom is causing you to clean and she won't let you. So she is letting, she's permitting you to go out or not in this case. Have or get a thing and then a verb in past participle is also a causative structure. Let's see some examples. So, have and get. Someone cleaned my car is an active sentence. My car was cleaned by someone is a passive sentence. And I had my car cleaned or I got my car cleaned are causative sentences. These sentences are similar to passive because we're not including by who, okay? We don't care. This structure of have or get something done emphasizes that I ordered it, okay? So for example, I could say I had my car cleaned, I got my car cleaned, they're both fine. Like passive, we don't really care who, okay? The important thing is that it got done. This is also very commonly heard in expressions like, I don't care how you do it, just get it done, okay? I don't care how you do it, just get it done. Basically, it means just do it, right? Get it done literally would mean something like consigue que lo hagan. Pero bueno, in this case, yeah, I had my car cleaned. Me lavaron el carro, right? But I'm actually, I'm saying that it's me. I ordered it. Let's have a look at some exercises. Go to point number 3 in the description to do the activity. So here's the activity page. Change the sentences so they use the structure have something done or get something done. I washed my car with have. Okay. I had my car washed. Let's check it. Awesome. I cut my hair. I got my hair cut. Same thing. I typed the documents. Have. I had the documents typed. Awesome. Finish the activity and I will see you in a moment. I hope that went well. Let's continue with have and get something done. So we have and get something done. We can also have someone do something if you want to include the person, okay? I had the electrician look at my broken light. The doctor will have the nurse call the patients. The teacher had the students write the answers on the whiteboard. So instead of saying I had my broken light looked at, I'm not including the person. Here I am including the person, so I use this formula. Have someone do something. So have plus the person plus the infinitive, right? But in this case, of course, the infinitive is no to, right? The teacher had the students write. The doctor will have the nurse call. I had the electrician look. There's also the possible structure get someone to do something, okay? She gets her son to do his homework, okay? She gets her son to do his homework by promising him ice cream when he's finished. That sounds good. I got the cleaner to clean under the cupboards. I got the cleaner to clean. In this case, we are using a to. So get plus a person plus to and the infinitive. So have something done, get something done, and this one, have someone do something. They're all pretty neutral. They sound the same, okay? Get someone to do something sounds like you had to persuade or convince them, like persuade somebody with ice cream, right? Let's try some more exercises. Go to point number 4 in the description to open the activity. So this is the activity, it's causatives 2. Change the sentences so they use the structure have someone do something or get someone to do something, starting with I, always. So the cleaner cleaned the house with have. Okay, so I had the cleaner clean the house. Check it. The taxi driver collected us. I had the taxi driver collect us. Remember that verb is going to be the infinitive, okay? The past tense is already absorbed by had, right? John arrived on time. I got John to arrive on time. Remember, get is going to have to and then the verb. Finish the activity and I will see you in a moment. I hope that went well. So that's everything. We've seen indirect questions, we've seen articles and no articles, and we had a quick look at have get something done or have someone do something. Okay, so let's move on to our idioms. We have 3 idioms today and they're all related to baseball. So a curveball is something unexpected, okay? So that last question, for example, if you're on an exam, the last question was a curveball. Totally weird. It was really unexpected. To hit a home run means to have a great success. So this project is fantastic. You've hit a home run or you've hit it out of the park. And to strike out means to fail. Okay, so I tried really hard, but I struck out. Right, so it didn't work. I failed. So a curveball is something unexpected. To hit a home run is a great success. And to strike out is to fail. Okay, so that's it for the pre-advanced level. These are the things that we studied together during this level. In the first class, we did a tense review and we looked at all of the auxiliary verbs in different tenses. In the second class, we looked at so and neither, to and either. So me too, me neither. In the third class, we looked at reported speech. Okay. I love chips. He said he loved chips. In the fourth class, we looked at the past perfect continuous, okay? We had been waiting for 10 hours. In the fifth class, we looked at the future continuous tense. I will be sleeping at this time tomorrow. In the sixth class, we looked at the future perfect and the future perfect continuous, okay? I will have finished and I will have been studying for 2 hours at this time tomorrow. In the 7th class, we looked at different types of cleft sentences to try and expand our vocabulary. Again, in the 8th class, we looked at complex structures with verbs and structures with adjectives to expand our vocabulary. And then today in this class, we looked at some indirect questions. We checked on articles and no articles, and then we looked at have and get something done, or have somebody do something, or get somebody to do something. So that's everything for this class and for pre-advanced level. Don't forget, you should subscribe to my channel to receive notifications of the videos that I upload every Monday and Thursday. And of course, please join the Facebook group so you can download all of my resources, including this presentation, for free. Thank you for learning English with me, and I will see you next class and in the advanced level.